What's up? Look who we got here. We got Bdog. It's back in the house. So you know that only means one thing. You know what we're going to be talking about? The Halo
Yeah,
Infinite technical preview.
I think they all
So,
knew it was due.
I mean, I kind of hinted at it when I was just did my returning one, and I'll let you start there. What did you think of it over the weekend?
Oh man, right on the spot.
I guess a quick summary. Overall, feeling good, feeling bad, worried. What do you got?
I'm feeling pretty. I'm feeling great. I think
So
great.
you're feeling great. So which is a lot
hmm
because you were super skeptical from what you
I
saw.
think I think everybody was pretty skeptical.
Oh yeah. But I mean,
I
you were
think you
like,
were skeptical. Yeah, I mean, I after watching some of the footage that came out and some of the trailers that they were doing, it looked like a lot like Halo 5 in my opinion.
you like the Halo
I
20th
did not.
anniversary t-shirt.
Oh, that's sick. I almost bought that. That's dope. I like that a lot. Um, you're right. I was kind of like nervous. I'm really glad I got invited and opted into the technical preview.
Yep.
It quelled all of my fears. If anything, like now I'm hyped. I thought it was that good. I haven't had I'm gonna say I haven't been this excited for a game, especially one that I've played and like previewed before it's come out in a very, very long time. It might be the first time that I've baited a game that I'm still amped about.
Mine was Halo 3 beta when I played it when I got Crackdown. When I got Crackdown to play Halo 3 beta,
Oh, I forgot about that.
that's the
I forgot
last
that
time
came with Crackdown.
that's the last time I've been this hyped after playing a tech preview, and the good thing about it, the cool thing about it is this tech preview is actually behind where they actually are. And it felt good
Yeah, they said
already,
it's 2 to 3 months behind.
which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing, and it also, I'm not sure if you saw the thing they posted out. They were like, give as much feedback as you can. Please do the surveys, and realistically, our build currently is 2 to 3 months ahead of this, so it's not the same thing you're seeing. So any changes that the community agrees on and like that we all decide to go forward with could possibly, depending on how big of a fix, could go in before launch, but some will be worked on after launch. So
Which is
they've
cool. They're
already
going to
come
work
out and
on it.
said that, yeah, which is just cool that they were like, they said they're going to be 100% transparent with all decisions going forward.
Yeah, which is
Which
cool.
is pretty cool.
And I think you were the one that said that you saw they even said like if the community comes together and says they want something a certain way and it's not something they envisioned, they're going to go with the community at large because that's what the community wants. This is a big,
And that's a cool thing to me, but it's also like if enough
it could,
crybabies cry about something, it could go bad,
mm-hmm,
which is scary.
that is true too.
Right now, how it feels, I don't really need anything else really changed. I could play that tech preview. If they added another couple maps and a couple of remotes, I could have just played that tech preview for a long time.
So what I
That
was gonna
was
say
fun.
is it definitely put my worries of the game down.
But
There's a few things that
you were like a silent, like I'm trying not to say anything bad about it, but I
well,
can
what did
tell
I
you
keep
were a
telling
little
you?
worried.
I
You were a
told you I
little
wanted to get my
worried.
hands on the game. I wanted to get my hands on the
Yeah.
game. I was trying not to judge it. The things I was worried about, the two big things that I was worried about that I saw, and this tech preview had both of them in it, and it made me feel good after getting my hands on it, was sprint, because
Yep.
I am a sprint doesn't belong in Halo kind of guy, but they balanced it well. It doesn't feel when you're sprinting, you're only sprinting a little bit faster than the run. Than
Barely.
and
Barely faster.
I'm okay with it. It's if you need to get it out of it in day, like a little bit faster just to get out of there. And like it's got, or if you want to do like some slides or stuff like that, I'm okay with that. It felt good. It's the best sprint I've seen in a Halo game ever. So that's being said. In my other one, which was I know the one that you even disliked, you were worried about more than I was the grapple hook, which the grapple hook is not anywhere near as overpowered as it came off and looking in the trailers originally.
Oh,
It's got a
absolutely.
it's got a lot smaller of a range than I thought it had. You can't if you grapple hook onto somebody or something, a shoot, a melee, it cancels the grappling hook immediately. So you're no longer going towards that person. I like that you can like you can grab a weapon. I think that's it's different. It's because I mean in multiplayer you only get 3 uses per grappling hook, and
Yeah, 3. And there's a recharge on it too.
Yes,
You
it's not
can't
instant. You
Spider-Man.
can't just go. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
Which I'm sure there's gonna be custom games where you can turn that off, and it could be
that's fine.
instant.
I think we're both kind of talking about how the rank. Everybody was worried about how the
Yes,
actual bones to bones rank's going to be. You know.
you know what else I liked? I liked that so far the three maps we played felt good. The only one that I know you didn't care for was there was the fire range, which was live fire, which was the first map, which was the best map out of.
Okay, that's the one with the heat wave and stuff down below.
Yes, in the cave, and you
Okay.
start off in the was a house and
Yep.
the
Yep. I like
tower.
that one a lot.
That map that's a Halo map. That is a map that
For
I
sure.
think people are gonna really like. Then it was the second map, which was it Power? Well, I can't think of remember the name of
Power
the second.
station or something like that. The one
And
with the blue generator in it.
you were the biggest fan of that map.
It's not my favorite, but there's like it's just a weird way to control that map. I feel like because there's a lot of like nooks and crannies, and also I don't know the way the weapons. I know it's not permanent, which is why I'm trying not to be too hard on the map. I feel like the power weapon layout could really change the dynamic of that map depending on where they decide to actually put them. And they were
Yeah, because
saying,
they said
this is just technical. We're just throwing these out there. This is not the weapon. The maps might be permanent, but the weapon layout, none of that. We're just trying to get it out there for you to play.
we want you to play it. Exactly.
Move some of the weapons around on that, and I think it'd be a weird map, but it'd be a cool map.
And the map that's on New Mombasa, the
That's
last
a
one
cool map.
that was a good map too. They did a really good job. I mean,
I like that map.
I liked all three of them. I thought Live Fire is probably going to be one of my favorite maps in the game. Like, if they have a map that's better than that, I would be impressed because that map plays very well.
It was good.
What do you think? What did you think of the bots? Now, there's going to be a bot mode, so if you want to warm up, like that's the bot mode you're going to get. Did you like the idea of having bots? How did you feel about them?
I felt like I was very okay with it just because it was like the only way I was able to play Halo Infinite was against bots. So I was whatever,
Whatever you want to give me.
I just want to feel it. Yeah. I thought they were really, really awful the first night on Marine mode.
On ODS, yeah. More Marine.
Marine, yeah. And then ODST was like sometimes they'd be really nasty and sometimes they would be awful. They didn't play it or they didn't like play right. They made really weird decisions. But then Spartan was like you said, kind of a little bit more like playing a human and were pretty accurate.
Yes, they were.
Like it could be a little overpowered because they'd snap right to you and pop you, but if you're going against a bot, it's kind of what you expect. So
I thought Spartan, even though they were the most skilled, best ones, I thought because they seemed like they actually played the map correctly, they were actually easier to play.
They were more predictable
because they were predictable. Yeah. Where the ODST ones, I thought, were still scattered all over the place, and all three of them, Marine, ODST, and Spartan, their nades are freaking
perfect. Yeah. Especially the Spartans.
Like, I have never
seen
nades
are perfect.
Like that. The nade accuracy, they might want to tune that down a little bit because that nade.
And it's not even like it's like say you're pretty far away and you're engaging one, the nade isn't gonna backboard off the wall you're against and like land up like, oh, that's a good nade. It's gonna literally tink down to right in front of you, on your feet.
How many times I was like, okay, I don't know how many people consistently throw perfect nades like this in a match. Like
this is getting pretty rough. Yeah, a few of my guests were baloney for sure.
But I was impressed with the bots AI overall, like for the most part. Except for their starts. I thought their starts were stupid because nobody would start that way, especially on live fire.
No.
They all grouped up in one area.
But it honestly worked a few times.
It did.
Oh, because they just nobody expected it. They run in, they kill like three or four of us. They kill
the first time I did it. The first time I ran to the left on I all of a sudden I was like, what just happened? What?
Yeah, they just came at you like a mob of sharks.
But besides, no, I thought like the bot thing was cool. The firing range. Did you play much of the firing range?
I did I wanted to do the commando test, and I tried the sniper, and I did the BR. Obviously, I think that's. I did the what's the new shotgun? The Bdog.
Yeah, Bdog.
What is that? Yeah, I did that too.
You like that thing?
That thing's pretty nice.
Okay. How did you feel about all the weapons? Like what did you like? What didn't you like? While you're doing that, I'm going in the background. I'm going to be pulling up.
Will I be able to see it on here?
I think you should be able to see it if you click.
Sweet. Oh yeah, I can see it now.
So this was the first match I ever played of Halo Infinite. So we're gonna play this while we're.
I wasn't there for it, was I?
No, this was like this. because there was a little bit of issues downloading it. So I played it before because I didn't know if you were gonna get on before you went to work that day.
It's a little choppy on my end.
Is it a little choppy? I'm
Yeah.
hoping. No, this is me just kind of going through the menus because I didn't switch my controller settings around or anything like that. So this is the first time I played. I didn't even check any of this. I was half asleep. So I always go into Recon, which is classic Halo controls.
When you were in the menu, it wasn't choppy, but when you're moving, for me at least, it's a little choppy.
I'm wondering if it's coming from your phone, maybe, because you're doing this on your
Could
phone,
be.
right?
Yeah, we'll see if it comes out clear.
But
on the
I'm
other
just
end.
playing this in the background so other people can see it while we're talking about this too. So, now,
Okay.
what did you like for weapon wise, and what? Say the Bulldog was gone at that point. What did you like and not like?
Just looking here, the pistol. A lot of people did like the pistol from like looking at the Reddit and stuff. I couldn't really get down with the pistol. The whole time I kept trying it, I could see why it's a good gun. I just personally, I carry the assault rifle, and I'll burst people down with the assault rifle because the assault rifle is really good in my opinion. This is one of the best assault rifles we've had. It has bloom.
Yeah.
It has bloom, but the bloom it drops so fast that if you feather the trigger, you can put people down to no shields in a couple bursts from like across, on New Mabasa from top to top. You can put them down in a couple bursts.
Oh, absolutely.
If you feather their head down, yeah. So I thought
now, for me, I really do I'm with you on this. I love this assault rifle. I think this assault rifle is great.
Real good.
I think in this map, because I'm still first match playing, I'm trying to get a feel for all the guns. I think I try the pistol out, and I'm with you on it. At first, I'm having a hard time landing, but towards the end of it, I was getting a feel for the pistol a little more.
Yeah, I would start getting in the beginning it was abysmal. I just said I'm not even gonna try it. Towards the end, I would pull it out. Say if I haven't picked up a BR or a commando yet, I would pop a few people from far. But I only got a few kills with it, and a lot of them were
How does
kills.
This feel? Can you see what gun just picked up? How's the battle rifle?
The BR. I can't believe that they were smart enough to actually put no bloom on the BR.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it.
It makes it feel unique. It makes it feel like the BR that we know and love, the traditional BR, like a Halo 2 almost BR. And the sound that they gave it.
Oh, the sound is beautiful.
Oh, it's the best sounding BR in any Halo. I already guarantee it.
It sounds mean.
It's bassy. It just sounds like you're putting people down with it. I thought the time to kill was I don't know, maybe I just wasn't landing on my headshots, but it felt like it was a little different. And I'm not sure if that's because the other weapons kill faster.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you felt that. Did you feel anything about that? Like BR, like the time to kill was a little different, and the pace was a little different.
I don't know. I didn't feel necessarily that it was different. I honestly felt like, because I know I don't think I pick it up on this match. There's a commando.
Oh.
And I know you really love the commando, but I personally still think the battle rifle is better.
I would take a battle rifle over the commando, but I do not hesitate grabbing the commando, and I usually kill quite a few people with it. I think it's a really good gun if you get it down. There's a feeling to that gun where you got to know when to burst and when to single shot.
Yeah.
But it's an automatic, so it's sometimes feathering the trigger. Like I'll feather the trigger, get their shields down, and then pop, just one right to the head. So.
Did you notice what just happened right there to me? I don't know if you saw it or not. So there on the sniper, and that's something everyone's gonna have to realize. Your zoom speed needs to be adjusted right out of the box. The sniper, when the stock speed on the sniper zoom, it is so slow.
Adding on to that, though, how cool is it that you can, in a Halo game, change the sensitivity of all of your different scopes?
Every single scope for every gun that has a different size scope.
Every zoom in the game that's available, you can change the sensitivity for, which I thought was really cool.
That is nice.
It was like a PC game.
Yes, which is good.
They made it for PC too, so.
Yes. So one thing that I think was throwing me off a little bit, and I kind of wish they went away from the red versus blue format of all the Halos. And it sucks. Like right here, see how the blue guys are red team?
Yeah, that took me a little bit too.
I find myself here's your Bulldog.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I tried picking up everything this match. I tried getting a little bit of everything in it. I find myself sometimes like if I see a blue teammate, I find myself shooting at him.
I'll put one round into you. I've done it too many times playing with you.
And as a guy who runs as a blue guy, I'm gonna get shot a lot. I feel like,
you know what I mean? Like, if you're going against red team, you're good. Yeah.
I kind of miss the traditional. I think they should. This is my personal thought on that. I wish they could make it so the enemy team is always. If you're playing on blue team, the enemy team is always just solid red. Like they can look whatever the way they want. Your team can look. Your team can have all their individualness, but your team, other team is always the opposite color. So that way, like that outline sometimes just doesn't do it for me. But yeah, and that's
Yeah, it
that
has its moments. Sometimes it's nice, and sometimes you're right. You're like shooting teammates, especially when they're blue, or a red teammate when you are red team. But
Yeah.
what I did that helped me quite a bit is that you can go into the UI and change friendly colors, fire team colors, and enemy colors. So that counts for the radar, that counts for the outline.
And you can do it with anything, right?
And that counts for the markers. Yeah, and there's a whole list of different colors. It does feel a little weird playing a Halo game and not having your friendlies blue and your enemies red. But I switched my friendlies to yellow and the enemies to orange, and it actually really helped me out for the outlines. Two colors I can, like it's like a bright yellow and like a darker orange. I can pick them apart instantaneously. So I kind of dropped the shooting the friendlies thing for a while there towards the end. I was doing pretty good with that at least.
Yeah, I want to play it just so we can all see it again. But the question, I mean, you and I were talking about, I know you were talking about the throwing, like how the nades feel like throwing them. You don't like or do like?
Took me a little bit to get used to, but it feels like it's much more of a line drive, but it's like a shallow line drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's like a shallow, it's a line drive, but it doesn't have a ton of distance on it. And I found that with the spike grenades, especially for me, Halo grenades is Halo for me. I'm pretty good with my grenades. The spike grenades in this game are nasty.
I love them. I'm with you on that.
Oh my God. I forgot how much I miss spike grenades. I've stuck people with them because they come out like a baseball right off your arm almost. You can put them, someone's running away from you, put them right in a doorway. The ricochet, they are so powerful, and I hope they don't nerf those.
I think the feel of them as you play with it, you actually, like you said, you can get a feel for them, but they're just different.
Yeah, it's just much more line drive rather than like a fast lob.
Absolutely.
That's the best way I could describe it.
But no, like I said, they're not bad though. It's not a bad thing.
Oh no, just something getting used to. It gives you something new to learn, and it feels good when you get a kill with a grenade. It feels good when you lined it up.
Now, when we were talking about time to kill earlier, I didn't continue. Now, time to kill on the battle rifle, you want it to be a little quicker. You're okay with the speed of it?
No, I don't know if I want it changed. I'm just saying it feels different because of all the other guns in play. Maybe I'm just saying it feels a little different for this Halo. The BR feels great, but the time to kill is like, I don't know if it's the maps that we're playing on or what it is, or I just need to get good, but it just felt a little different to me.
The two guns that I think I have, I'm going to say an issue with, I think are strange, are that plasma carbine? Is it plasma carbine? Is that the name of the gun? The one that shoots before burst?
Pulse carbine.
Pulse carbine.
Yeah.
And
something like that.
Shoots 4 shots, but it tracks you as long as you were actually aiming.
As long as it has a tight track to it, but as long as you were close, it'll track, and hit them. You can't shoot over here and have it cyberpunk over to them.
It's 3 trigger pulls, I believe, that kills somebody. Right? Is it 3 bursts?
I thought it was 4.
I think it's.
It might be 3. It probably is 3. You probably know better.
So, I just feel like it's a weird gun, and I don't know.
It is a weird gun. It's a great assist gun.
It is a good assist. You picked it up.
You get one of those in a BR talking next to each other.
Oh yeah.
You melt people down real fast.
And then the other gun, which I feel like for a power weapon, it's not very good. Say. Is the brute
heat wave?
The heat. I was gonna say the heat wave and the brute.
Spiker or skewer.
Skewer. The one that shoots the plasma?
That's going to be a big team battle weapon where you just put down a warthog in one shot type of deal.
Oh, no, not the skewer. That one I understand its place. The brute, the other one there, why is it great? Good job. You're really remembering things. The freaking wow. It's like
what does it do?
Plasma. It's almost like a plasma caster where you can charge it up and it
Ravager.
Shoots. That's it, the Ravager.
The Ravager.
Shoots the flames. I feel like it doesn't do enough damage over time. Like, I don't know.
See,
Like,
I felt with the charge up thing that was almost pointless. I'm not sure if it was fully fleshed out or whatever. The
that's
charge
what
up
I'm
thing
saying.
felt pointless. But if you go by people's feet and you just pulse shot that thing, it does like a 3-round burst, like a slow 3-round burst. I melted people like two,
Oh yeah, that
and
part.
they're dead.
But I feel like for charging the weapon though, for a charged weapon, you think
Yeah,
a
I feel
charged
like
power
that
weapon?
wasn't really too well thought out. It didn't seem like
Yeah,
it was doing damage sometimes, and then sometimes somebody would be walking out of it and like be weak, and I'd be like, oh, maybe that was my fire, or maybe they were already weak. I don't know if it was like fully done. It felt
I
weird.
don't.
You're right.
Yeah,
It
I
didn't
think
feel
that one needs
right.
to be adjusted. And then the heat wave, I feel like that gun does not do
Awful.
enough damage. It does not
No,
do enough
it needs
damage.
to do. I think it needs to. It works well as like a area denial. Like they're coming down this hallway, just let me bang
Let me
rounds
bounce
off.
them down and right.
Doesn't
Yeah,
ricochet, but I think it does need to do a little bit more because I'll walk right through 2 of those and come in and beat you down. It doesn't
exactly.
do enough to keep you away.
I'm with you on that. That's how I felt about that. But I mean, besides those, I felt really good about all the other guns. Like even the Bulldog, I was a little leery about it because I'm used to my old trusty shotty and Halo, which I still hope
I hope
makes its
that's
appearance.
still. Oh, it's gotta.
I would assume it's going to. That's like people
It's
talk
gotta.
about that shotgun. That's like one of the most famous shotguns in the game. It's
It's
like
gotta.
that right up there
Yeah,
with
I'm not
like
even worried
what do you
about
call
it.
it?
It's
The
gotta.
Nasher from Gears of War.
It's gotta.
But besides that, now what else did we get to play with? The Battle Pass. What do you think about the Battle Pass?
I thought the battle pass, obviously for Halo, to me, it feels like a weird thing, but obviously I'm gonna have to get used to it. Like it's here, it's not going anywhere. Battle pass on everything, everywhere, every time.
I know.
It's cool to have like stuff unlock and all that type of deal. I thought the way it was implemented was a little weird. I mean, I know it's just a technical and they were trying to get it out to people, but I hope when the final game does come out that yeah, sure you buy the battle pass in the store or however you acquire it. But I hope they have a separate in-game when you boot up the main menu, you go in multiplayer, single player, go into multiplayer. I hope there's like a battle pass tab instead of going into the store to get into the battle pass to then redeem your items and use your boosts and do all that. It should be battle pass. It pops up with what you got going on next, your points, what to get to, you can flip through all of them. It should be its own. If they're going to pump it like that, it's got to be its own type of deal and make it
I agree with
big
that.
and legit.
I agree with that
But
100%.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, Battle Pass coming to Halo is different, but that's the way of gaming now. Like you're getting
Whatever.
Battle
Yeah.
Passes, and it's free.
Get used
It's
to
a
it.
free game. They're giving you the game for free.
Yeah, multiplayer's free. So
Exactly. So, I mean, I think it's one of my things I like about it is, I feel like a lot of times for Battle Pass, especially if you're working or you have like school, any commitments, you can never finish Battle Passes unless you grind a game out. I feel like a lot of the times you're not finishing Battle Passes. I like that Halo is going with the hey, we understand that
you buy it, you can do it forever.
It's
I
yours
love
forever.
that.
That's I think a great thing. It's very consumer friendly. So
But
that's
you don't feel
definitely something-
robbed either.
You do not feel robbed, which is a good thing.
I really want this 29th level item in this battle pass. I don't think I'm going to be able to play enough. Well, I'll never get it. At least I can buy the battle pass in 2 years from now when I have enough playtime. I get the helmet that I want that I've seen everybody else wearing,
Exactly.
but I still have it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cool
And
for
that's what I
a
feel.
certain niche, little niche of gamers that can't be gaming.
And
all
I
the time.
already know. I mean, I don't know, but I already can guess what the top tier battle thing for the first battle pass is going to be. It's going to be Emil's helmet for Halo Reach. I guarantee.
Oh, that's cool.
Because
That's really
they already talked about. I think that the first one's going to be called Remember Reach or something like that. So obviously that's
cool.
the helmet everybody loved from Halo Reach. So.
Yeah. And he's the last one fighting on the pad
before Noble.
right?
Yeah, before Noble 6. Yeah, gets dropped.
Mm-hmm. How do we know how much the battle passes are?
They haven't said that yet.
Are they 15, 20, 25? What are we talking?
I'm going to think they're going to be between 15 or 20. That's what I think they're going to be.
I would guess that's great. I'll pay that. I would guess they'd be 25 because you do unlock them forever and it's not a limited window. So they're going to leverage you buy it, it's your content forever. We're not taking anything away from you. It's on your own time. 25, 30. Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
That's your thinking?
I'm thinking it's going to be on the higher end for a battle pass.
It could be. I have a feeling. I'm going to stick with 20. That's what I'm going to go. I'm going to go 20. That's what I'm going to say a solid.
But you're right. At the $19.99 at the same time, they want people to buy it. So more people will buy it for 20 spot. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'll probably be 20. It'll probably be 20.
It's always weird. People see $20 like, oh, I could do that. You see 25 and you're like,
it's that other $20 bill. That's like cuts in your next hour's wages. So it's like
exactly.
Really?
You're going,
I can give 1 hour for this battle pass. 1.3? I'm not too sure. 1.2? I don't know. That's funny. Yeah.
Oh, but no, I being a snobbish Halo purist that I am, this is my final thought. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm excited for this game now. I was excited. I'm always excited for a Halo game. You put Halo on anything, I'm gonna be excited for it. But playing this, it made me feel, and I dare I say this, this is Halo. Like this game says Halo, and I'm finishing it with that. I don't know. What do you think?
I like how we started off. How did I feel? I was a little nervous and all that. This feels like they took the good parts of the Halo I love, which is the older Halos, like 2 and a little bit of 3. 3 is still kind of ass. They took Halo 2, modernized it, and got rid of the shit I hated from the new parts of the modernization. And it feels Halo. It plays Halo. It is different. It's new and different, but
not too much different.
It feels really, really, really good.
It does.
I was actually sad today when I was at work and they said on Twitter, sorry, I thought the testing was going to go, we'd be playing right now. I thought the testing was going to go all the way until tonight and end tomorrow. They cut it off at 10 a.m. I knew I was going to be able to play again. I was like sad because I couldn't play anymore, but I was like thankful. Like, I woke up an hour early to play this morning before work. I deserve that. It was so good too. I had like 3, 4, 5 good games.
I'm like so really, really sad that I have to wait now to play it again.
All I'm saying is if you know anything about Ice or me and you're a Halo fan and you know the kind of Halo we like and play and you're listening to this, opt into the beta, opt into the flights, do whatever you have to do to get into the next beta. Because I bet you the next beta is going to have, the next flight, as they call it, is going to have way more multiplayer. I feel like that's going to be the next thing to try to test.
They already said that.
Yeah, it's going to be like, more matchmaking. This is just a test servers and bots and AI and stuff. But
the next if anybody's trying to get into it, just Google Halo Insider and it brings you right to it.
Yeah. Yep.
And then it'll walk you through the steps. You sign into your Microsoft account. It walks through all the steps from there. So that's how you sign up for it. I get in on it. Yeah, I hope this little bit that we're showing you here and the little bit we're talking about like maybe motivated you guys. But if you liked Halo, this is Halo. This is a great game. This is going to be a great game.
It's so good. I am so excited. But it's hard to contain my excitement.
All right, Bdog. I think with that,
all right, dude.
We'll catch you later.
Later.